All right, already on day number 3, and I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this, but the thing is, like, I've already felt like, pretty good change in my day to day. Not like I'm drastically better at communicating, but I do feel like I feel like I'm being more conscious of like how I'm speaking and how I'm communicating to people throughout the day. And I really think it's practices like this that really help improve in that. I always would watch people speak and how they would communicate, and I always think to myself, it's like, how do they always have the right thing to say? How are they always asking the right questions? How are they communicating, so effortlessly? And it would be really naive for me to just assume that they were always like that. I think, like with anything in your life, you just have to be constantly improving yourself and practicing on a day-to-day basis. So, putting myself out here every single day and practicing what I want to get better at, not just, fitness wise, but also just personally in my life. I think this is going to go a long ways in that kind of practice. But I did want to speak to one thing specifically. This has really been on my mind the last couple weeks, and it's just the concept of boredness or being bored. I'm one of those people, like a lot of people, you're sitting in a room, you're waiting around, and you're almost like scared of being bored. I'm constantly just like reaching out for my phone. I need constant stimulation 24/7. Like, how often are you just sitting in your car in silence? How often are you just waiting in a room without any kind of external stimulation, whether that be even like a book, but like a screen or a phone or something that you're reading, and just sitting in your own thoughts? And I just don't think over the long term, as we get more and more exposed to social media and all these external sources, that it can be really good for our brains. I do want to be more thoughtful with how I'm kind of spending my time and be more conscious that, like, okay, if I'm going to be waiting around, I'm okay with sitting with my own thoughts. Because I do feel like when I'm running outside and I take my headphones out and I'm just listening to whatever the sounds are outside, I do feel like I have my best thoughts because my brain's actually working in those moments. I'm not just listening to some music that is giving me stimulation, but my brain's not actually working. I think the brain is a muscle, and if you're not allowing it to actually work, it's just gonna deteriorate over time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm just these are thoughts in my head that I'm trying to push out there, and hopefully somebody else feels the same way, and it can help in any way. But thanks. See you tomorrow.